Okay, here we go. We're now on week 6, Tuesday, so we are on our second day. The first problem is 51. We're going to do 51, 52, and 54. 51 is a probability problem again. We're continue to reinforce that probability. In the problem, it says 250 cars passed by Pablo's house. And so I know these add up to be 250. Okay, so if I'm doing a probability, the first thing I'm doing is I'm saying, what are my total possibilities? My total possibilities are 250. 250. Okay, now the problem asks, what is the probability that the next car to drive by Pablo's house is red or blue? And when I use the word or, that means either of them can drive by. And so I'm adding them together. That's one whole group. I don't really care. It could be blue or it could be red. And so I'm looking at the blue number here, and I'm looking at the red number here. And if either of them can go by my house or by Pablo's house, I know that I have a choice of one out of 120 cars. And so then you would need to simplify that into one of the probability ratios in the answer grid for 51. Okay, 52 is really an important, not just probability, setting up the probability, the proportion, but also a reading thing. So in the problem it says Anne and Jane tiled together. Together, they got 480 square feet done in 3 hours. So they want to know how much they can each do in 1 hour. So first of all, let's take this down to 1 hour. So if I'm here and I'm going down to 1 hour, I'm finding the scale factor, right? So I started at 3, I'm going down to 1, which means I'm going to divide it. It's going to get smaller. And so I would divide that by 3. And that means I need to also divide the top by 3 because I need to keep that proportional. Okay, and so I'm going to divide the top and the bottom by the same scale factor. Now, before you choose your answer, go to the question where it says what you need to do. That question says, what is the average rate that Anne and Jane each, not together, notice the difference here. In this first one, it said, here's what their rate was together. We don't want their rate together. We found out what they did together in 1 hour. Now we want to know if they did it evenly, which it says they did. They each got the same amount. What would their average rate be per hour separately? So you need to make sure that you're finding the answer that answers that question. Number 54 is one of those problems where you need to do a couple of things. So first thing we have here is this is what's given. Okay, we have the given, and I'm taking it out of the words so that I have just the numbers so I can look at that closely. So what they're saying is the cook went out and bought 12 pounds of butter, and sometimes it was there was a lowest price of $23.04, and the highest price was $29.40. The question is, what is the difference? Okay, so I'm out here and I want to find the difference. Okay, I want to find the difference. But it is the difference per pound. Per pound. So that's the difference per pound. So I am looking first here. I'm going to move from what is given. My next thing is going to be finding the unit rate. And to find the unit rate, I'm going to divide. So I would take 2304 and divide it by 12. That would be what would 1 pound would be. And I would take the greatest one, $29.40, and divide that by 12. And that is going to be the amount of money that each one is per pound. So just one more time, let's go over this. I look at the problem and I write down what is given. I find out what's given. Then I find the unit rate, and I'm still not done because they're asking for the difference per pound. So once I find the unit rate, I know how much it was per pound, and I need to just then find the difference. So I need to make sure I'm taking the numbers out of the problem, I'm finding the unit rate, and then I'm finding the difference. I have to make sure I'm doing all 3 steps. It's what we call in math a multi-step problem. And I know you guys can do this because you've done tons of these all year. Okay, great job. Get to it. You go.